Super Tuesday to each and every one of you. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Danielle Patterson Winningham, former JP Morgan Chase Vice President, Master Life and Master Business Coach. Hey, Luminous Beauty, and I want to welcome you guys to Inspiration, Influence, and Income. Hey, Audrey. And today we're going to be talking about how to win the war against public enemy number one. Welcome back, prophetic teacher. And anybody want to guess? Hey, Amber. Anybody want to guess who public enemy number one is? I'm going to give you 3 guesses and 2 of them are not right. Today we're going to be talking about, hey, Miss Cato, hey, Denise, hey, Promise, hey, Pamela, also V's, hey, Princess Gunning. No, public enemy number one is not fear. Close, but not fear. Hey, White Labs. Close, but not fear. Hey, Music Lover for Life. Hey, Shirley. That's right, Miss Cato. There you go. Public enemy number one is you. You can blame your family, your man, your job, your boss, your coworkers, what happened to you when you in the past. Who is this lipstick by? Hold on, I'll find it for you. But the bottom line is that public enemy number one is and will always be yourself. Girl, that's some Wet n Wild. That's some cheap lipstick. Public enemy number one will always be yourself. And if you cannot win the war against yourself, thanks for sharing. Hey, good morning, Renelli. Thanks for sharing. Also, V. Sherlyn. Then you can't win. Hey, so sharing the broadcast. Hey, Pamper Your Puss, how you doing, sis? If you share the broadcast, you get an opportunity to win all month. I'm going to be giving away $20 gift certificates to my digital store. You can go out and buy anything you want, time management workshops, branding workshops. But I'm giving away $20 gift certificates on Periscope and on Facebook. So all you got to do is share the broadcast, and my team will be back in touch with you to let you know who the winners is. This is anytime you see my broadcast. Anytime you see me broadcast, hashtag shared, and you get an opportunity to win a $20 gift certificate to my digital store, which we have over 60 digital products in there to help you improve your life or business. So share away. But today we're going to be talking about, thank you, prophetic teacher. Hey, Unforgettables Atlanta. How do you win the war against yourself? How do you win the war of self-sabotage? And to me, this is super important. Hey, Jennifer. So number one, the number one thing that I think we're all very guilty of, and that I've only in the last few years cured myself of, is thinking small. And not only thinking small, but acting small. Some of us have big thoughts. Hey, Sister Joanna. Hey, Lori. Hey, Valisha. Hey, Shakisha. Some of us have super big thoughts, but we don't act on those super big thoughts. We sit and we dream and what my mom used to call mull it over, but we take no action. If this resonates with you, hey, V, how you doing, sis? If this resonates with you, say, that's me, coach. That's me, coach. You have dreams of taking over the world, and you've done nothing about it. Oh, thank you, CJA. You have dreams of being a millionaire. You have dreams of living in a mansion. You have dreams of driving a Bentley. But every day when you wake up, you do absolutely nothing to further those dreams. Now, some of us, it's either 2 schools of thought now, and I want y'all to put up an A or B. We're going to tell the truth around here. Good morning, Deborah. We're going to tell the truth around here. You either have those dreams and you're not doing anything to move them forward, or you can't even see yourself living a life like that. Which one are you, A or B? You either have those dreams and you not doing anything about them, or you look at people like that and you say, man, that could never be me. And the truth of the matter is, and again, guys, if you haven't shared the broadcast for an opportunity to win a $20 gift certificate to my digital store. The truth of the matter is we're all capable of great things. But no great thing comes without work and faith. And that's what we've been talking about. So today is all about having the courage to fight your own mind, and having the courage to having the courage to stand up to yourself for yourself if you want a better life. So number one, you're guilty of thinking small. Number two, and this is me, worry and overwhelm. You're either super, super worried all the time, so much so that you're frozen in place, or when you do start to move, hey, Sister Kimberly, hey, Keisha, you get overwhelmed. And exactly, MJ Givens, that's exactly, you have to inbox me, Music Lover for Life. Inbox me on Facebook. That's exactly what a lot of people go through. And so you say to yourself, I'm going to finish this project. But when you see that you can't finish by yourself, why wouldn't you get some accountability? When you say to yourself, I can't finish this, I can't finish that, I started this book, I started this project, I started this, I started that, good morning, Pearl, and I'm not finishing any of it. At what point do you get some accountability? And let me tell you, everybody gets overwhelmed. Everybody gets overwhelmed. But there's two ways to handle it. You can either start piecing it apart and doing a little bit at a time until you get where you're going. That's one saying we used to have in corporate America. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So if you were to sit down at a table and they said, we're going to serve you an elephant. Thanks for sharing, Sister Kimberly. And we're going to serve you an elephant. The majority of us would immediately get overwhelmed. But in corporate America, we say, how do you solve a big problem? And it's one step at a time. Thank you, Keisha, for sharing. So you can either sit there forever. Jennifer, listen to me, baby. I'm a godly person. I'm a very godly person. And yes, you can go to Jesus. And I always do that first. But do you know what Jesus says? Once you get up off your knees, can somebody help me out, y'all? See, every answer ain't just go to Jesus. There's answers beyond that. And he says it in the Bible. He says crystal clearly that faith without works is a dead thing. So a lot of our problem is that, yeah, we're praying. I think 95% of the people that watch us, any praying people here, say me. Any praying people in the house, say me. Any believers in the house, say me. So we're all praying and we're all believing. But when we get up off our knees, are we making moves? And that is the differentiator. All of us pray, all of us believe, all of us go to church. But when we get up off our knees, are we following up with that prayer with action? Are we acting as if we believe in the promise? And that is what differentiates successful without successful. Because the bottom line is, if you want to do better and you know who your Father is, then please tell me why you're not manifesting that thing that you're believing. And it really boils down to, are you believing that thing? Are you taking action? Are you believing that it could come true for you? So yeah, you got to pray, but the differentiator is action. Successful people act. And did you know that an attribute of the top millionaires is 90% of them believe in a higher power? So you're no different than the average millionaire. It's just that they act on their belief. Do you act on yours? And that's an ouch moment. He brought me too far to leave me. So I can honestly tell you that when I started to stop, see, that's what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about when in your mind, you're going against that very thing you prayed for. So this morning you prayed for a new job. You get up off your knees. Good morning, Keisha. You get up off your knees and you start to talk to yourself. I don't want to look for a job. What if my current job find out? I don't want to look for a job. It's so many people out there looking for jobs. Who's going to hire me? Ain't nobody I don't, because that's not what I do. I guide you to prayer. And that's another thing. I had to learn to pray for myself. And I think prayer is a private thing sometimes. I'm not an evangelist. I'm not a bishop. I'm a business coach. And I'm telling you the secret to your success. I think everybody has a lane. And I stay in mine. But if you could have all the business strategy in the world, if you don't have a belief system that you leverage, all of that strategy is no good. Absolutely not. It's not. Thank you, Ilario. And so we gotta sit still sometime. And like I told you yesterday, be honest with ourselves about what are we doing or what are we not doing? How am I contributing to my current situation? Because we're our primary contributors. Good, bad, or indifference. God has already done the work. He's already made the provision. He's already set your part aside. Will you do the work to pick it up? And that's the difference. So number one, thinking small. Number two, allowing worry and overwhelm to consume us. Number three, not giving ourselves credit for not just who we are, but who we are in Christ and who we were created to be and whose image we were created in. And so we beat ourselves up. Good morning, Felicia Day. We beat ourselves up. Good morning, Brother Key. About the bad stuff that we do. But we rarely ever give ourselves credit for the good stuff that we do. Oh, we make a mistake, and boy, we think about it for the next 1,000 years. Good morning, Verlin. But let us do something good. And it's like we just automatically forget that. And until you start learning how to pat yourself on the back, you're waiting on the world to pat you on the back, you're going to be waiting. If you're waiting on your husband to tell you great job, sometimes you might be waiting. You waiting on your boss to give you an accolade, sometimes you may be waiting. So especially we as women, we have got to learn how to pat ourselves on the back. And let me tell you another thing we got to learn. We've got to learn how to tell the world about our greatness. It's not being egotistical. It is not being narcissistic. It's not bragging. If you sit still and shut up, nobody will notice you. And that's the truth. If you sit still and hold your mouth closed, somebody else is going to take credit for your work. Good morning, Shameen. Thanks for sharing. If you sit still and don't acknowledge the great things that you've done, and let me tell you, people who are good at it go far. Because you can't expect the world to just guess what you've done. Put your accolades on paper and be okay with sharing those accolades with the world. And if you're not good at verbalizing those accolades, put them all over your social media. Put them all over your website. Matter of fact, I'm doing a workshop next week, $29 Tuesday, on how to brag on your social media profile. How to look like the expert. But the bottom line is you can't keep just playing small. Because what happens is, as good as you are, when you play small, somebody else that's not even as good as you is going to play big. And then the other people are going to think, oh, her product's better than yours because she playing big, and not necessarily. I think what it boils down to, and again, if you haven't shared the broadcast, make sure you share the broadcast. Hashtag shared. We're going to be giving away $20 gift certificates to my digital store. I guess what it boils down to is when it's all said and done, you have to tell your story. And your inability or unwillingness to tell your story is your downfall. Audrey, can you say that? Audrey said, one of the best things I did was hire someone to write my bio. I have a PR person. I had to send them yesterday all of my accolades and let them write my bio. I could not write it myself and do myself justice. See, I practice what I preach. I could not do it myself. Oh, 3 community. Man, people look at my bio and they're like, really? People look at my bio and say, is that true? Oh, you didn't used to be a former vice president, Chase. Oh, you don't have a congressional proclamation. Oh, you don't have recognition from the governor and the mayor. Oh, you haven't won 3 community awards, 2 from Barack Obama and 1 from George Bush. Oh, you ain't been in over 100 magazines. Oh, people look at my bio. And so what I tend to do is take stuff out so it's believable. That's what I tend to do with my bio. Somebody say, wow. So when you don't know how to tell your story, what you have to do is employ people to tell it for you. If you're thinking small, hire a coach that's going to help you put a big vision on paper. That's me. If you're worried and overwhelmed, hire a coach that's going to help you get a strategy. Get a plan on paper so that you're not overwhelmed. That's me. You got a hard time seeing your good and your bad? Hire a coach that's going to see your good. And that's the truth. At what point do you say, I'm sick of my current situation and I'm going to invest money, the same money I buy sunglasses with, hey, promoting Indy, the same money that I buy shoes with. Do you know that I have a course level that starts at $59 a week? You would be surprised at the number of people who say, I can't afford $59 a week. But I know you're getting your hair done. And I know you're getting your shoes done. And I know it's nothing but fear. It is nothing but fear that is causing you to sit in the back seat over and over and over while everybody else rides in the front. And that's the true story. Because you won't allow yourself the freedom to be great. You're going to come up with 1,000 reasons why, I can't spend $59 a week for a Facebook masterclass so that I can stop not getting money on Facebook. Oh, I can't spend $59 on a live stream class so that I can stop. You'll come up with 1,000 reasons why you don't have $59 for a coach. But yet you say you want greatness. And if you don't know how to get it yourself, how else are you going to get it? So I practice what I preach. If it's anything that I need or I want, like Keisha, my client Keisha said, I had to quit playing small. How do you think you're going to get to 7 figures without a blueprint, without a map, without a strategy? Accidental at best. So when you're tired of playing small, because playing small is self-sabotage. When you don't allow yourself to get professional help, that's self-sabotage. And I say it all the time. It doesn't have to be me. But don't go over there and get some crackpot coach and spend all your money and then come back to me, barely able to get your little $60 a week together. So my coach, can you help me? Don't do it. Don't do it. See, you have an assignment and an alignment. You're here for a reason. And every day that you come, that you don't investigate why you're here, let me tell you what I do. Every time I get on the phone with somebody, it's not necessarily a future client. Every time I interact with somebody, what I say to myself is, God, why did you put this person in my life? Why have you positioned this person in my life? Why did I have that conversation? I'll tell you a story that happened a while ago. I was on the phone with somebody who wanted to hire me as a coach, and they weren't a good fit for the coaching program. So we hung up, but I asked myself, God, why did you put that person in my life? Do you know that person ended up being my assistant for over a year? Are you asking yourself about your alignments? Are you asking yourself, God, why am I sitting here watching this broadcast? God, why do I come here every day and watch this broadcast? But then your inability or unwillingness to take it further, that's sabotage. That's sabotage. So we talked about thinking small. We talked about worry and overwhelm. We talked about not giving yourself credit. Boundaries. Your inability or unwillingness to put boundaries on other people so that you can accomplish your purpose. That's self-sabotage. Somebody say, ouch. Your kids need boundaries. Your job needs boundaries. Your man needs boundaries. Your mother and your father, everybody in your life needs boundaries. They need to know, look, I'm here for you. I got your back like chiropractic. But I also have a mission to complete on this earth. And as long as you can align with the mission, we Gucci. Good morning, April. But the minute you start doing things to sabotage my mission, and I allow it, I'm sabotaging myself. True story. Even your kids, you don't owe them everything. You owe them a lot. You owe them a lot because you put them on this planet. Your mother and father, you owe them a lot because they put you on this planet. But even with them, you don't owe them everything. You owe nobody everything but the Father. That's it. And if you're letting people, mankind, get in the way of you fulfilling your biblical destiny, then that's a double ouch. And that's the true story. You don't owe anybody everything but yourself. You owe it to yourself to be the best you that you can be. And if your inability or unwillingness to put boundaries around people is causing you to fail, then shame on you. But let me tell you something. Guys, this is officially Fear Week. And every day, in addition to the 70 days of prayer, when I come on, we're going to be talking about fear. And self-sabotage is a fear mechanism. Anybody agree with that? Anybody understand that? Say, I see that, coach. Anytime you can see where to go from here and your feet won't move, that's self-sabotage. True story. And self-sabotage is a fear mechanism. Whether you're afraid of failing or what I found with most women, amazingly, we're afraid of success. Somebody asked me why, coach. Why are women afraid of success? Y'all want to know? Do y'all want to know why women are afraid of success? Number one, we don't know what it looks like. And most women are low-key control freaks. So if we don't know what our relationships are going to look like, we don't know how our families are going to receive us, we don't know if our friends are going to still mess with us. And so we're so afraid of success because we have so many negative connotations of what success looks like. So with women, we want to know what the next level is. And oh, absolutely, there's jealousy too. And we worry about that. So we resign ourselves and we say, oh, well, instead of fighting the battle to be successful, of all people, Rakeem, instead of fighting the battle to be successful, I'll just stay right here so nobody gets mad at me. Fear. This is Fear Week. And you guys asked me for something, and I'm going to do it this weekend. I'm going to do a masterclass VIP day, and all we're going to do is talk about fear. We're going to do some exercises to help you overcome your fear. We're going to talk about fear. You're going to walk away knowing exactly how to look your fear in the eye and overcome it. How many of you are interested in that? How many of you are interested in that? Because here's the thing about fear. Unless you get the tools to be able to fight fear, it never goes away. And the thing about it is, you can never get it to go away 100%, period. Hey, Monica, every time you get to a new level, that fear comes right back. So when you go from 1 to 2, you're afraid, you get over it, you finally move. Then when you go from 2 to 3, and Jimmy, people say that, I get so tired of people saying that fear is false evidence appearing real. Baby, when you scared of something, you scared. When I was little, I knew the boogeyman wasn't real. I knew it. Didn't keep me from being afraid. True story. When I was little, when I was 16, I knew Freddy Krueger wasn't real. Didn't keep me from being scared. I don't know about you. So, and even in my adult life, there are so many things that I know are not true. But it doesn't keep me from being afraid. And so at the end of the day, I've got to make a resignation to either fight fear or stay where I am. I don't know which one you choose. Somebody either type in fight fear or stay. Because if you don't fight it, it doesn't go away. And the fear will impact you in so many different ways. It's going to attack your finances. It's going to attack your ability to get a better job. It's going to impact your legacy, your generational wealth, your standing in life. It's going to attack your relationships. It's going to attack your mindset, your physiology, your psychology. It's gonna impact it all. So you have to not only make a choice to fight the fear, you got to make a choice to get the tools to fight the fear. If you go to bit.ly/fightfear18, the workshop is Saturday it's a VIP day. It's Saturday from 10 to 1. So let me just shape your vision. I normally charge $2,500 for an individual VIP day. And I normally charge $500 for a group VIP day. This session is only $199 and $99 for UCU, which is my unlimited coaching program. $99 for my coaching program, $199 for everybody else. If you're in the PhD or the MD level of unlimited coaching, of course, it's no charge. That's amazing, because you're going to walk away with some exercises that help you fight fear forever. bit.ly/fightfear18. It's not a one, and if you guys have ever been to my workshops, you know they're impactful. You know it's going to be something that you're going to be able to take away with you and actually use. But you got to say yes. You can come up with a whole lot of reasons not to show up, but there's only one reason to show up, and that's for your future. Because everything you have right now is riding on the fact of whether you're able to overcome your own fear and stop the self-sabotage or not. So we already said thinking small, self-sabotage. Being so consumed with worry that you can't move, self-sabotage. Overwhelm. Let me tell you what we do sometimes. We overwhelm ourselves to the point of stress on things that don't even make a difference. Did anybody hear that? We overwhelm ourselves to the point of stress as to whether Johnny remembered his shoes for gym, or we didn't get baby but 12 cookies and she needed 16, or I forgot to pick up the dry cleaning before the dry cleaning clothes. Baby, we will pile. That's self-sabotage. That's self-sabotage. We will pile a mountain of nothing, good morning Darius, on our plates that obscures the big things. So while you running around trying to find some pale pink shoes for Easter, you need to be working on your destiny. While you running around trying to find the perfect Easter dress for LaSally, you need to be working on your legacy. While you running around doing a million things that at the end of the day are not going to infect your pocketbook, not going to impact your destiny, not going to impact your bottom line. Please tell me why you're doing it. Good morning, Hardy Bell. Please tell me why. That's self-sabotage. I'm so busy doing nothing that I can't do what I need to do. I am so busy doing nothing that I can't do what I need to do. And as long as I'm busy doing a whole bunch of nothing, is this resonate with anybody? Somebody say true story, coach. As long as I'm busy doing a whole bunch of nothing, I don't have to be accountable for the big things that I miss. I say I hate my job, but I'm too busy to look for another one. I say I want to start a business, but I'm too busy to work on the business. And then you start blaming other people. Because my man and because my kids and, right now I'm caring for my parents. And you got a million excuses. You got a million excuses as to why your life ain't right. But can I tell you a secret? And it might hurt some of you. So just say, tell us, coach. Somebody say, tell us, coach. Hey, craft woman. Hey, Kitasha. Good morning, love. Your life ain't no busier than mine. Good morning, Jamia. Your life ain't no busier than mine. Your kids ain't no crazier. Your parents ain't no sicker. Everybody's living the same drama. The question then becomes, will you figure out your drama? Or will you keep living it like a soap opera? See, every day I'm determined to figure out my drama. I'm not going to keep playing the young and the restless. I'm not going to keep playing as the world turns. At some point, you have to kill my character off because I don't want to be on the show no more. And so that means I got to tell myself the truth about my productivity. And what things am I procrastinating on? We're going to talk about that this afternoon. But procrastination is another fear. That's another self-sabotage. You got the time and energy to do it and you don't. And so for those of you who have forever been victims of procrastination, forever been victims of perfection, forever been you could do better. How many of you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are capable of living a better life than what you live now? Type in me. Hey, right now, I'm asking, how many of you know, good morning, Felicia, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you are capable of living a life far greater than you're living right now. Wintertime said me. Marquette said me. Lori said me. Prophetic teacher me. Roz, Pamela, Kiara said me. D. Marie said me. The real Renelle said me. Angel said me. See, once you said that, Anthony said me. Ducati said me. Kathy said me. Joseph said me. Once you said that, the next question is, why am I not? That's the very next question. Once you've admitted that the life you have right now is not the life that God designed for you, that's not the promise that God has spoke about, it's not the abundance of a Father that loves us. Once you have said to yourself, I know I'm capable of more, your very next question to yourself has to be, then why don't I have it? And once you admit it and ask yourself, why don't I have it? And you can go ahead and name that thing fear. And you can go ahead and look that thing in the eye and call it fear. And call it procrastination. And call it the spirit of perfection. And call it the self-sabotage. Once you can do that, you're on the road to fixing it. Joseph, we allow ourselves to be distracted. That's self-sabotage. Name why you ain't got it and are comfortable. We allow ourselves to become comfortable. That's self-sabotage. Are y'all riding with me real quick? If you're in the car, lazy. We allow ourselves to be lazy. That's self-sabotage. Is everybody in agreement? See, God gave us free will. And free will means if we want to do it, we can. And if we don't want to do it, we don't have to. Can't nobody make us do nothing. We got free will. So any condition that you say is causing you not to have the life that we are promised is self-sabotage. You could say, oh no, people be stabbing me in the back. You put yourself around the wrong people. Jay say fear and doubt. Fear is self-sabotage. Being unfocused, self-sabotage. Why? Because when you get serious, you'll hire a coach like me to either give you the strategy or help you be accountable to someone. And in the absence of that, you're destined to continue living the same life, and that's self-sabotage. Either you're moving forward or you're moving backwards. This is the first time I would have done this fear workshop, this fear VIP day, bit.ly/fightfear18. If you're in unlimited coaching, there are going to be links for you to join at the reduced price in your groups. But I'm doing it because I feel like people need it. Now, let me tell y'all something important. If I was to call this a Facebook masterclass, you guys would be running each other over to sign up. But what you don't realize is that until you overcome your fear, everything you do is going to be stifled. Everything. True story. Until you get the boxing gloves that you need to fight fear off of you every time it comes your way, which brings me to the next piece of self-sabotage. We don't push ourselves. Because we're comfortable, because we're afraid, because we doubt ourselves, because whatever the reason, we don't push ourselves. And it's critical to your next level. Another thing we don't do is we don't sit still and reflect. We run from one emergency, from one fire, from, it's fear of the unknown, Eric. You have fear because you don't know how to fight it. And it's, the Bible says we didn't get fear from him. So a lot of times fear comes from what you were taught. You got to have time to reflect. And let me tell you something. Real time with real instruction in between. So you're not just, again, mulling over the fact that you hate your life. Once you finish with that reflection, what is your action plan to correct it? Self-sabotage. Let me get this last one. Do you know how you really self-sabotaging yourself? Do you know what you really want out of life? And if that's not the mission that you're leaving your house to go on every day, you're on the wrong mission. Do you really know what you want out of life? What's going to make you happy? Let me tell you a story. It was a stockbroker walking along a Caribbean beach. And he ran into a man who was fishing on the beach. And the man looked happy. And the stockbroker said to him, "Man, you look happy. But if you leave here and come be a stockbroker, you can make as much money as you want." So the man asked him why. He said, "So you can do anything you want." And the man said, "I'm already doing it." The moral of that story is, why would you have to go to a job, work, quit that job, and then go live somewhere and fish? You're spending 2 weeks a year fishing, and I'm fishing all my life. It doesn't make sense. So a lot of times we've not sat back and counted the cost of our fear. But if you were to put a number on how much fear has cost you in his lifetime, I'm going to say upward of $1 million. If you had to put a price tag on the business, the promotions, that fear has cost you, I'm going to say upwards of $1 million. And then your question then becomes, how long can I continue to allow fear to bully me? Fear is a bully, y'all. Fear is a bully. You got to fight it out for you. So, guys, this weekend, VIP Day, Saturday from 10 to 1, bit.ly/fightfear18. Inbox me, let me know if you have any questions. But for those of you who have been on the same exact pathway, or not even on the pathway, and you know it's because of fear, bit.ly/fightfear18. We're going to work on that and get you a fear action plan this weekend. Guys, if you could solve your problem in silos without the help of other people, we wouldn't be called humankind. If we could use our skills and we can use our gifts and we didn't need any other people, we wouldn't be called humankind. We're a population. So guys, make the investment. Don't forget UCU. You're going to have separate links. This is a part of my Mo Money Masterclass series that's going to be happening pretty much every Saturday. Because I got a lot of stuff to tell you and teach you. But you got to say yes. Gotta say yes. So guys, Coach love you. I'm going to get out of here and get some work done. Have an amazing Tuesday. And don't forget, your biggest impact to your greatness, thank you, Joseph, is you. Think about it. Have a great day. Coach love you.